For exposing the unchecked flow of opioids into depressed West Virginia counties, the Pulitzer Prize for Investigative Reporting goes to Eric Ayer of the Charleston Gazette-Mail.
We got to realize what made this is the opioid addiction in our community. So we have to realize the seriousness of the whole thing too, but that's no reason not to celebrate great reporting.
In July 2013, we found out about a lawsuit that the former Attorney General, Darryl McGraw, had filed, and it was against drug wholesalers. I didn't even know what a drug wholesaler was back then. Just on its face, it was just highly unusual that there would be a state lawsuit filed on behalf of the taxpayers of West Virginia that the Attorney General and the drug companies both agreed was to be filed under seal. And we just thought that that was basically outrageous, that we couldn't see the allegations in a lawsuit filed by the state of West Virginia. So we went to court. In one filing, they said that it was no business of the Charleston Gazette-Mail to be requesting these documents, and that the Gazette-Mail's, quote, intrusive journalistic nose didn't belong in the case. So the more resistance we got, the more suspicious we got.
He said, if we get these records, this is what we need. This is the smoking gun. These will tell us. This will show what we've been after for so long about seeing the amount of drugs actually pouring into West Virginia.
We had already filed a couple of FOIAs for this when I started in my role as publisher, and Rob asked me if we were going to continue with it, and I said yes. If Eric felt like this was a story worth fighting for, then it probably was.
Just to set the scene, we had Pat McGinley and this other lawyer, and the drug companies brought usually a local counsel from Charleston. Some of them brought corporate counsel. They came in from Pittsburgh and Washington, D.C., New York. Our lawyers were outnumbered probably 25 to 1. Courtroom was packed. There was multiple filings. It went back and forth, but at the end of the day we prevailed. The judge sided with us. That was the specific information that we used for the story, for the 780 million pills and the specific shipments to individual pharmacies like the one in Kermit. Kermit, I think one year was over 4 million in Kermit, and you have a population of 392 people. So you have 4 million hydrocodone in 1 year, and the average in the country is like 50 or 60,000 hydrocodone. So just this enormous difference. Well, I think that's what put the numbers really carried the story, because I think people we have written, and other reporters here had done a lot of stuff about the pain clinics and about the pharmacies, being shut down, and the federal investigations, and the stories of the safes at pharmacies. They couldn't close them because they had so much cash. So we knew something was definitely going on wrong. But it was the first time that we had actual numbers, specific numbers, down to every single pill. I mean, it was that precise. And those numbers came from the DEA. Those numbers were reported by the drug companies, so there was no way for them to dispute the numbers. They could dispute everything else, but they couldn't dispute the numbers. It was their own sales data.
Are you proud of this work?
Hell yeah. yeah, this is the kind of work we want to do. I mean, yeah, you're not going to win a Pulitzer every year, but it's it's important work. So yeah, I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of the community reaction to the award, to the reporting. People seem to be, talking about my hometown newspaper won this great award, and they've done this great work, and that's wonderful. People associating this win, this reporting with them, because West Virginia doesn't win a lot of things all the time. We can be down and out a lot, and to have something like this, something for the community to rally around too, and to try to defeat this issue. This is such a horrible issue for our community, something that struck West Virginia particularly hard, and that's who we're fighting for. So, Ned Chilton coined the term sustained outrage, and we're gonna keep hammering away and abide by that.
I mean, it was just inspiring, and I knew that my father's legacy was definitely living through us, and my mother, who worked here for a long time, her legacy was definitely part of everything that we do here. I mean, they set the tone for making sure that we fight for the well-being of the community all the time. It is a big deal, and I think it really affirms everything that we do here. I mean, it makes us feel like all the fights that we fight are worth it.